Welcome once again to Central European University. This webinar is long in a series of sessions that are meant to provide information about CEU's undergraduate degree programs to prospective students and educators who might be working with high school students who are looking for a college education. So today's webinar will be an overview of CEU's 3 bachelor's programs, followed by a questions and answers session in the second half. And we are going to record this webinar to put it online later. So your microphones are muted and your cameras, I think, are disabled for privacy reasons. But we would like to ask you to send us your questions in the chat box as we begin. And we will make sure to tackle each question at the end of the presentation. So my name is Andrea Vagi. I'm a student outreach specialist at CEU, focusing on undergraduate studies. And my co-host today is Anita Matkovic from Enrollment, who will be talking to you a little bit later about admissions to CEU BA programs. I would like to start with some quick facts about Central European University as a whole to provide some context for the undergraduate studies. So CEU was founded in 1991 at an important time in history after the fall of the Berlin Wall. And its aim was to support the democratic transitions in Central and Eastern Europe and the countries of the former Soviet Union. Its mission from the very beginning was to promote open societies through advanced research, research-based teaching, and it specializes primarily in the social sciences and the humanities. Now, almost 30 years later, CEU is a truly global university with a very diverse community of students, staff, and faculty members. CEU today has campuses in Vienna and in Budapest, and it offers bachelor's, master's, and doctoral degree programs. All the undergraduate programs are in Vienna. All of the degree programs are taught in English, and English, in fact, is the general language of the university. And CEU is accredited in the US, in Austria, and in Hungary. Over the years, CEU has built a very loyal network of some 18,000 alumni who work and live in close to 150 countries around the world. CEU is very much a mission-driven university. You can see its core values on the slide. We promote open societies and democracy, diversity, human rights, the rule of law, and how to do ethical business. And we also train students to think critically, and we encourage interdisciplinary research. And this is in fact reflected in the teaching practices across departments and programs. A bit about what undergraduate students can expect at CEU in terms of the learning experience. So we offer studying in small seminar-style classes and an exceptionally low student-to-faculty ratio, which means that students have regular access to their professors and receive individual attention, feedback, and guidance with every academic decision they have to make during the course of their 4 years with us. We have a uniquely diverse student body where there is no predominant nationality or ethnic culture. CEU is in fact one of the most densely international universities in the world. And it has a very rare mix of nationalities, ethnicities, and cultures. And this creates an ideal environment for examining different perspectives, not only in the classroom, but also outside of it. So these are the 3 bachelor programs that we offer for next year. We have a BA in Philosophy, Politics, and Economics, or PPE in short, a BA in Culture, Politics, and Society, or CPS, and the latest edition, BA in Quantitative Social Sciences, or QSS. 2 of these, the first 2, are already running. The inaugural classes of PPE and CPS started last month in September. And we have about 55 students from nearly 30 countries who are studying either in person at our Vienna campus or joining classes online while they are waiting for their visas to be issued and to be able to travel to Austria. I want to offer you some key common denominators that are true for all three programs. So they are all accredited in both the US and Austria. A small caveat here, and that's why you see an asterisk next to the QSS program, that since this program will only start next academic year, the Austrian accreditation is underway. We already have received the US accreditation for this program. All undergraduate programs stem, in fact, from CEU's faculty, from the expertise and research conducted by CEU faculty in social sciences and the humanities. And all programs are multidisciplinary because the challenges we face in society today simply cannot be understood and tackled from a single perspective. All the programs start with mandatory courses and a broad foundation in the first year, and then continue to increasing specialization and course choice in later years. This concept allows students to tailor their studies to their own interests. Something about the length of the program, I already said 4 years, and it's true, the standard BA programs at CEU last for 4 years. We are an American university after all. But it is possible to graduate in 3 years. However, the 3-year versions are accredited in Austria only and also offer fewer possibilities in terms of electives and time spent studying abroad. In terms of enrollment for the next BA class that will start studies in September 2021, we are looking to enroll 75 students, that is 25 in each program. Before I go into details of each program, I'd like to call your attention that in the coming weeks and months, we have scheduled webinars that focus specifically on individual undergraduate programs. These webinars will be discussions with the program heads and other faculty members, and we'll share more detail about the content and specific admission requirements of these programs. So if you're interested in any of these, don't miss out on these webinars, especially if you would like to hear directly from professors who have created these programs. So here are the dates. First one is actually next Tuesday, November 3rd, so a week from now, same time, 4 to 5 p.m. Central European time. And this will be on quantitative social sciences. And I will have a panel discussion with the program head of QSS, the department head of the Department of Network Science at CEU, who took a great part in developing this program. And we will also have with us a PhD student who's going to talk about her research and how what she learns can be applied in real life. Then on November 11th, that's a Wednesday, the week after, we'll have a webinar on culture, politics, and society. And we will have a discussion with the Dean of Undergraduate Studies, who also happens to be the head of the CPS program. And lastly, on December 3rd, we will have a webinar on philosophy, politics, and economics, or PPE. We'll be talking with the program head of PPE. You can actually view the full list of webinars, and not only these, but others as well that are geared towards application tips and advice regarding admissions. And you can also register through this link that you can see now on the website. I'm going to ask my colleague Anita to type this link into the chat box so that you can find the webinars and the registration links later. So now I'd like to just give you a bit more information about each BA program. The first one is Philosophy, Politics, and Economics, PPE. CEU faculty modeled this program after the renowned and famous Oxford PPE that was created 100 years ago at the University of Oxford. It's a multidisciplinary program in which students receive a thorough training in at least 2 out of the 3 disciplines. It begins with a solid foundation in all 3 disciplines in the first year. after which students will pick 2 out of the 3 and continue with those in years 2 and 3. And then at the end, in year 4, they will choose one of the 2 to be their major. After the first year, students can also take elective courses outside of the PPE framework in a variety of disciplines. And the program culminates in a thesis in year 3 and an individual capstone project in year 4. For those who are wondering what the difference is between a thesis and a capstone project, I would like to add that a thesis is usually a piece of written work that seeks to create new knowledge through research and which tries to prove or argue a hypothesis. This is very common in 3-year BA programs in Europe. And the capstone project, on the other hand, attempts to address an issue in the field by applying existing knowledge toward a real life problem, often in the form of field work. So this is a much more practical application. All right, so once again, students in PPE can choose to major in either philosophy or politics or economics, but they don't have to make that decision until later in the program. And what you also can see here is the wide range of academic areas from which students can choose elective courses. You have a lot of things here from international relations to cultural heritage, human rights, sociology, environmental science, history, gender studies, and so on. Elective courses in the program always offer new and more interdisciplinary perspectives on topics that students are already focusing on. Okay, and on to our second program. There is no order, by the way, but culture, politics, and society is the next in line for today. So the CPS program offers a very rich curriculum in the social sciences and humanities. And it's also important to mention that CPS is based on the reality that in order to be an educated citizen and an independent thinker, and also in order to be prepared for the job market today, graduates need skills that go beyond just knowing how to read and compose written texts. So therefore, students in this program will also learn how to produce knowledge and how to communicate it in multimedia forms. So they will deal with everything from classical texts to statistical data to understanding how algorithms work behind social media or to convey a message through a documentary film. CPS is modeled after the US liberal arts. And this means that it combines a couple of things. On the one hand, from the very beginning, it enables students to get a taste of many different disciplines. And they also have time to choose their specialization or their major until later in the program. And at the same time, there is also a mandatory curriculum called the core curriculum, which all students are required to take, no matter what their major will be. And the core curriculum offers specifically designed courses that introduce students to the topics of culture, politics, and society. Let's take a look at majors, and also these also can be minors. So CPS is the undergraduate program at CEU that currently offers the highest number of choices in terms of majors. And you can see again the range here. What you haven't seen on the slide in PPE before, on the electives courses for PPE, I'm just going to point out a few. So in CPS, students can also major in visual theory and practice. Also in cultural heritage, they can do a minor in critical humanities, and then all the other. It's really a very a program with very many options. So basically, yeah, these are 12 majors that students can choose in the CPS program. So, and last but not least, our newest undergraduate program, the BA in Quantitative Social Sciences, or QSS. This is designed for students who are interested in social sciences, but who also have strong skills in mathematics or physics, and who wish to learn how to use data science to tackle important problems in our society. The methods that are used to do research in the social sciences have gone through a tremendous change in the last 20 years, thanks to the digital revolution. And so today, the amount and the quality of the data that is available in these fields is rapidly growing, which means that we need more quantitative tools together with more traditional knowledge of social systems in order to understand how people interact with each other and how they also interact with their environment. The QSS program basically combines a strong foundation in sociology, economics, environmental science, and political science with a comprehensive training in mathematics, data analysis, and programming. And the goal is to solve problems that we face in society. Students in this program will learn how to use data to understand human behavior, human habits, health, communication, social media, different attitudes and opinions, political and economic behavior, just to give you a few examples. And after completing the mandatory modules in the first year, students will choose 2 of the 5 specialization tracks or majors. So after the first year, QSS students will have to pick 2 out of these 5 areas: sociology, economics, environmental sciences, political science, and data science. They will continue with these 2 in years 2 and 3. And then in year 4, they can drop one and keep one as their major. And of course, in QSS, it's also possible to take elective courses, just like in the other 2 programs. I wanted to give you a taste of what we do for students at CEU to help them prepare for their lives after graduation. It's important to note that career education at CEU begins in year 1 already. In fact, our team of career advisors first connect with students during orientation week to make sure that they are aware of the possibilities and support and the resources that are available at CEU. Throughout their time at CEU, students have access to personalized guidance and as they determine how to best connect the dots between what they learn in the classroom, experiential learning, and their professional futures. There is a dedicated BA career advisor who works with students on many things, from how to find an internship to what internships are out there and how to choose the best one to complement their academic goals, how to write a CV, how to prepare for an interview, and so on. Experiential learning elements are part of all 3 BA programs at CEU in one way or another. CPS, for example, offers an experiential learning module in the curriculum each spring semester in the first 3 years. And this basically ensures that students take away what they learned in the classroom and test it in the real world. All 3 programs also offer opportunities to students to study abroad. This is typically done in year 3. And you will see on the slide a few of the CEU partner universities who receive undergraduate exchange students. And these are Sciences Po in Paris, Bocconi in Milan, London School of Economics, the Stockholm School of Economics, and Bard College in New York and also in Berlin. And let me also add that this network of partner universities is continuously expanding, so there will be more.